You guys like Otso and Derpy, right? Well, now you guys can get them and the gang as stickers! Aren't they just precious? Check them out at the link down below.
I appreciate you spending time with me, Lucknos. I really do. I usually have to do all these chores by myself.
No, it's not a lot of company.
Or with Morse just kind of subtly implying I should hurry up as he has another guest coming over. Luckily, he's out for today.
Well, that is good, but I can't imagine what that must be like.
Cleaning up after every guest he gets?
Indeed.
Yeah, it's not fun. I wish I didn't have to do it.
I'm truly sorry.
If anything, I wish, he wouldn't bring as many. I'd be fine with maybe one or two, but,
The amount he gets... Oh, God. I can't imagine.
It's not fun for me at all to clean all that up.
I mean, we could try to get some other spirits to take care of it if it's truly bothersome.
Well, I am supposed to now just be Morse's servant since Thanatos said that Betty won't be dealing with Morse, so I should deal with it anyway, or I'd have nothing else to do. And besides, cleaning up Thanatos' room is enough for the servants anyway.
Odds you're right on that part.
It is. How is your room doing? I know I can't clean it because it's so small.
It's just fine.
That's
Comfy
good.
as ever.
That's nice. I've never really seen or heard about your room before. I know it's, in the little lamp thing, but, I don't really know much about it.
It's nothing complicated, just a simple bed, simple lights. It's comforting.
That's nice, especially since everything here is so big and so elaborate, including my room of all things.
Indeed, it is a rather big place in the void. Small is good.
Has Morse been giving you a hard time as well? I mean, I heard at the dinner,
Morse is... I don't know when it changed, but he hasn't been fond of me for a long time.
Sometimes I don't think Morse is fond of me either. I mean, you were there when I was telling Thanatos about how brash Morse can be sometimes.
His way of communication is difficult to a fault.
I know
it's
he
not
doesn't
fair
mean
for
it.
you.
I'm not sure exactly why he talks the way he does, but I know you just can't help it, and I don't blame him for it. It's just a little complicated is all.
You take in a lot of things that you don't need to, Kareena, and you know that.
Well, I can't fault Morse. I've known him for so long. I mean, we basically grew up together. I think I know how he reacts to certain things, and when he's upset, he just kind of lashes out. And he doesn't really realize what he's doing until he thinks back on it.
I suppose you're right.
I'm not
But
sure why
only
he's
if you're so sure.
I'm not sure why he's so aggressive with you, though, and continues to call you Nose when you've expressed you'd like to be called Lucknos.
I don't know. I've been with him since the day he was brought here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm too harsh on him. Or maybe I'm just not as patient as you are.
I've learned through being, through doing servant things, that the best thing to be is patient. But
Patience of steel on you.
But sometimes he throws that whole servitude in my face and doesn't realize it. I mean, he did that recently in front of Thanatos, but he doesn't really realize it's a negative. I didn't view it as one, but sometimes I think he views it as a negative.
I don't know.
It's so complicated, Lucknos.
It's never been easy here.
It's hard because when I feel like I understand Morse, he does something that completely changes how I understand him, or how he feels. If that makes any sense.
It's a back and forth between where you think you are and where you get slapped in the face of where you truly are. Then it settles back again.
I mean, if I tell you something, will you promise to keep it a secret?
What? Of course, Kareena.
Alright, just hold on a minute. I don't want to have Morris come in during this.
Oh, truly it couldn't be so bad.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. It's just... Well... Ever since we were young, me and Morse, I've always kind of had these feelings for him that I didn't quite understand. Like, every time he was frustrated, I'd want to help him feel better, and I didn't quite understand it until I was a little older, that this feeling I have is just... I think I really care for Morris. And sometimes I think he really cares for me. And he speaks to me in such a way that I think he does care for me. I mean, he calls me beautiful and he likes to speak with me. But then he brings over people and says very harsh words to me and reminds me of my status. And then I'm confused all over again. Like, does he feel the same way I do towards him? But maybe he just views us as only friends.
Kareena.
I know, it's a bit complicated to just tell all this to you. I mean, I've only mentioned it to Betty, and she told me to just think on my feelings more, and... I mean, I have.
I would recommend the same.
I have thought about them, though, Morse, and... It's about Morse, and... I can't really shake that feeling of this deep care I have for him. And that's why I'm so patient with him. Because... maybe eventually, someday, he'll realize that I really do care for him. And maybe... well, I don't know how Thanatos would... I don't really know how Thanatos will take it. But, I don't think he's, against it. I mean, he's never forbidden it, though we've never really brought it up before.
I don't think Thanatos would... he has understandings, spirits and all, like some of them have had similar problems with each other to help each other move on. It's a complicated feeling for sure. I think it's complicated for everyone here to understand how they feel and what it means. Are you truly sure?
I would even go as far as say I've been in love with Morse ever since I really became his friend. I mean, if that sounds pathetic, but before I knew Morse, I knew absolutely no other child like myself. I only knew my father, and I never left the home. And when I finally met Morse, he actually cared about me and wanted to spend time with me. And he was excited to get to know me. And sure, we had a few fights, and sometimes he would roughhouse too much. But he liked spending time with me. And even now, he still likes hearing my opinions and spending time with me. It's just now it's different since he's so different than when he was a child.
Things really have changed a great deal from then, huh?
But that won't stop my support and care for him, though. Even if he doesn't reciprocate it, I still want to support him.
It's very kind of you.
I'm sorry, this is a lot to just kind of say out in the open.
It feels as though you've been holding it in for quite a while now. It's only fair.
I really appreciate Betty's advice to really think on it, because now after
Mhm.
thinking about it, I've kind of come to this conclusion that maybe someday it'll happen.
I only ever hope for the best for you.
Thank you, Lucknose.
Because, though it's been a while now, I believe my break is over. I have to return to Thanatos. Give him
Alright.
updates of the repairs into the town.
Of course.
But I hope to see you again.
No, I'm sure we will. After all, we live in the same place.
Of course.
I shall get back to cleaning Morse's room.
Kareena,
Yes?
I truly do care about you. Alright?
And I care about you too, Lucknose.
Thank you. I'll see you.
Goodbye. Alright then. Let's see. I think Morse mentioned something about rotating the books on his shelves and also getting a few specific ones out for when he returns. Let's see.
More souls than usual.
Thanatos.
Hello, Lochnos? Something the matter? If it's
Kareena,
about what souls we're getting, I'm concerned about it too, but maybe just
now that is concerning. Kareena confided in me something very close to her chest, but I believe that it is best that you know. I fear things could be worse.
By chest, you mean heart, but I am curious as to what you mean by that. How bad is it?
It's truly worse.
What do you mean? Norse, I need you to be honest with me.
She confided in me that ever since she was younger, the puppy love that I had explained to you all those years ago.
Yes?
Remember when we said that it would pass? But it appears that over time it's only gotten worse. I feel I've tried to argue and reason, but she's dead set that her heart is his. And you know as well as I that is
I
dangerous.
know Morse's possessive nature. I know how he acts. I know how he is with those he beds.
He could hurt her.
Stay here.
Are you sure, sir?
I'm gonna have to deal with this now.
Please don't be brash, sir.
It has to stop before it gets... I'll try not to be brash, Lucknos.
Of course, sir.